Do you know what Git is?
No, I can check on it, Google.
Okay, go ahead.
Git. Git. A completely ignorant, childish person with no manners.
Welcome to Mobile Application Tutorials. My name's Nigel, and here we have my lovely wife June.
Hello.
So June, the Git we're going to be looking at is not the Git that you found. So, ignorant, childish person with no manners.
It's different.
I've got no idea what that is. Okay, so we're going to be looking at Git as a way of controlling our source code, versioning our source code. Quite often you'll see source code with version 1, version 1.1, version 2. All those changes tend to be saved in version control, and Git is one of the more common ones out there. So my motivation to doing this is you're writing code, and the code that you're writing I want to make changes to, and then the changes I make I want to feed back to you. In other words, we want to do code sharing, and Git's good for that as well. And there have been people requesting to look at your code as well, so they'll be able to get code off Git as well. So this is going to be an introduction to Git. So the first thing we need to do is create a Git account for you, June.
Yep.
So do you want to go to github.com? And can you sign up for GitHub?
Mm-hmm.
So, sorry, if you go back,
Yep.
You can just sign up there.
Okay.
Nice and easy. Do you want to call your name Android Wife?
Android wife. Okay.
Yeah. Wife learns Android, Android wife.
Yep.
That'll do. Hopefully no one else is called Android wife.
How about email?
Put your email and your password. I will blur that out.
Okay.
So enter your email.
Maybe.
Is this an email you can access readily? You might have to verify your GitHub account. As you can see, it's pretty easy to sign up for a GitHub account.
Yep.
Okay, you've completed it. Choose your plan.
Yep.
Go for the free one.
Yep.
It's free one default chosen. Okay, click finish sign up.
Okay.
I wouldn't worry about it too much for an organisation.
Okay.
We're not going to be using that at this stage.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, you've now signed up. You've got a GitHub account, so
Yep.
you can upload your changes on Android Studio straight to this account. What you need to do is create repositories.
Yep.
Think of repositories like projects. So if you're writing a project in Android Studio, you can upload that straight into a repository.
Okay.
Okay, but don't worry about that. As on my screen, I've got a similar setup here.
Yeah.
I'm going to create a new repository for the Android layouts, and then I'm going to add you to that. And then what we're going to do is upload the source code from your Android Studio up to there.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so what was your name? Your Android wife. So first thing I'm going to do here, June, if you want to watch, is I'm going to create a new repository.
Yep.
And I'm going to call it Android wife layouts. Something easy. I'm just going to layouts. Let's put Android layouts tutorial from Wife Learns Android. Now make it public so we can all use it. I'm also going to initialize this with a readme, which is a description. I want to add a git ignore for Android. Basically, a git ignore is Android generates a lot of files, a lot of libraries. It generates a lot of temporary files, Android Studio that is. And so there's a lot of stuff that's not related to what we do. So we want to filter that out. So by using this git ignore, we can filter that out and select, is it got Android Studio? I'll just select Android and add a license. Licensing is when other people use your code. It's almost like a protection. You can say my code is non-guaranteeable. It's just for free use, but you can't sue me if anything goes wrong. So a popular license is an MIT license. It just means you're innocent of anything happens if somebody uses your code. So I'm going to add the MIT license to that as well. You don't have to add a license, but it's sort of good practice to add a license saying you can use my code, but don't come back at me if you get sued by a company because you use my code. It says I'm not, So we add this license, MIT license. There's other licenses as well, which means you can use my code, but there's certain parts of it you can't change. Certain parts you can and certain parts. But the MIT is a simple license and it's free. Okay, and then we create the repository. And there it is here. So we've got, remember this name here, Android layouts. So I'm going to copy this location here because you're going to be populating the source code then from your Android project. Okay, but the first thing I want to do is I need to give you permissions to put code into this repository. Yeah. And to do that, I click on Settings. And then I click on Collaborators. You know what a collaborator is?
Not sure.
A collaborator is like a team member, a person who helps participate. So you're going to be a collaborator for this repo. And it's asking me for password. Don't I hate that? So search for username. Let's see if I can find Android Wife. Well, there's Android Wife. Hopefully this is you. And adding this as a collaborator. So you're now a collaborator, which in theory should give you permission to add code to the Android Wife layouts repository. Does that make sense?
I think so, yeah.
Is it all gobbledygook or is it sort of making sense? Yeah. Okay, so you've now got permissions here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a message. I'm going to send you this location because in Android Studio, you're now going to upload your source code to Android Wife layouts. So let me just go to Messenger, Messages, and I'll blur this stuff out. Okay, so now you've got the location of the repo for Android Wife layouts. Okay, right, the next part is if you can start Android Studio. Okay, June, you've now got your Android Studio open.
Yeah.
What do you want to open up your source code, your Java source file? Okay, so basically what we want to do is we want to put this code here into Git.
Okay.
We want
to into Git.
Yeah, upload it to Git. So the first thing I want to do here is basically you're not uploading this code into your repo. You're actually going to be uploading into my repo because we're sharing the code. That's why I made you a collaborator. Yeah. So there's probably a number of ways doing it. I'm just going to do the way I know. This is like a terminal. Are you familiar with a terminal? Okay. First of all, I don't believe this code is in Git just yet. So, do you want to type Git? Just press enter. This one's. Okay, so what we're going to do is going to create a Git environment for your Android Studio project. Can you type Git?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Space init. Short for initialize.
Yeah.
That's int. Init.
In
Init.
how do you spell?
I-N-I-T.
Yeah.
Short for initialization. Press enter.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says it's initialized the Git repository. That's good. Now, can you type Git space remote space -v? Yeah, and press enter. Okay, so what I wanted to see is if you had any remote repositories set up for your Git project. So you don't, which is good because we're going to add one. So basically, what we're going to do here, if you go to your Messenger, messages,
Messenger, yeah.
Can you paste that line there? Just copy that.
Copy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. Now go back to Android Studio.
Yeah.
Now we're going to add, that's the location of the repo that I'm now sharing with you.
Yeah.
So I want you to add that. So can you type Git?
Git, yeah.
Let's Git remote
space
space add. Now we need to give it a name. Call it origin.
Yeah. Space.
Yeah. Origin.
Yeah.
Space. And now paste in the location of the repo.
Paste.
Yeah.
The link.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's try that. Yeah, let's try. No, sorry. Go back. That's the location there. So let's try that.
Yeah. Enter.
Yep. Okay. Now can you do git remote -v space -v?
Yeah.
And enter. Okay. So it's now showing us where we can push and pull the code to this location. Okay. Can you type git add? Yeah. And I believe that. Yeah. Enter. Okay. Try git add space dot. That means add everything.
Okay.
Press enter. Okay. Now we need to commit that code. So we've added it, which is like adding what code we want. Now we need to commit it, actually put it into our project. Can you type git commit
space?
Yeah. Space hyphen M for mother space.
Yeah.
And then you can just do a single column.
Like that?
No, so it's single apostrophe, single speech mark, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, just put initial commit.
Initial.
Commit.
Yeah.
And then just close off that. Yeah. And type enter. Okay, so we've now added all your source code that's not filtered out by the .git commit into your project. So it's all saved locally, but now we want to push it up to the repository that I set up. Right, can you do a git, basically in the command line box?
Yeah, sorry. This one?
Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do, we've now put the code into your local machine. We want to push it up to the repository. So can you type git space push, and then space origin, which is our label for your remote,
origin,
and then put master.
Yeah.
And master. Well, basically in Git you can have a number of different branches.
Yeah.
So you can have a number of different types of code and various parts.
Yeah.
So master's like the default main branch.
Yeah.
Can you press enter?
Username or GitHub.
Yeah. Try Android Wife. And then press enter.
Yeah.
Password.
Password. Enable access.
Oh, it's saying here you must verify your email address. So can you verify the email address?
Yeah.
Okay, go back to Android Studio. Okay, you've now verified your website address. I probably commented out some of your personal details.
Yeah.
So you verified. Can you try running that command again, June?
Yeah, which one?
Git push, or you can just do press enter.
Yeah.
Okay, enter your username.
Yeah. Enter.
Yep, keep going what you did before.
Yeah. And
okay, so it's failed there. It's given us a hint that we should maybe run a git pull first. So in other words, we've already put some code into Android Wife layouts. So these 3 things are code. So it doesn't like you pushing up things that it's already got. So proper process is you pull down the code from the repo first, get their changes, then push your stuff up. It's a sort of a fundamental policy that you get aligned with the latest changes from here first before you can upload. So can you type git space pull?
Yeah.
Pull, get the latest changes from the repo.
Yeah.
Origin.
Yeah.
Master. Space master.
enter.
Yeah. Okay, June, because we've got some code in our local repo, in our local Git domain, and there's also been code in the repository.
Yeah.
We need to resolve that, but it sort of gives us a clue. It says auto merging this file here. Then it says there's a conflict add. So try running git add with this file name. Okay.
So git
space add. Then the file name .gitignore. Ignore.
Yeah.
Try enter. Okay, now run git.
Yeah.
We need to commit that now.
Yeah.
Space commit. Space -m. Space. And then the single speech mark thing. Yeah. And this put added gitignore.
Sorry.
Added
Edit.
gitignore. Yep, and save
No
that.
dot.
No, that doesn't. It's just a description.
Okay. Enter.
Enter. Okay, can you run, do another pull, git.
Yeah. Pull.
Git.
Sorry.
Git.
Git. Yeah.
Space pull.
Pull. Yeah.
Origin. Space master.
Yeah.
Yeah, press enter.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says already up to date.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
So it means you've now got the latest changes.
Yeah.
So in theory, you can now push all your stuff to the repository here. So we did the opposite of a pull, we do a push.
Yeah.
So can you type git space push space origin space master.
Yeah.
And try pushing that up to the repo. Yeah, press enter.
Yeah.
That's looking a bit better.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like we've now pushed your code up. Let's test it from my repository and see if your code's going in there.
Yeah.
So here's Android Wife layouts. I'm just going to... Oh, June Henshaw, 2 minutes ago. So in here now, if we go to App, Source, I'll go back, I think. Practice layout. Does this look familiar?
Yeah.
This code.
Yeah.
Your code's now up for the world to see. Anyone on the planet Earth can now download this code, including me. So the next tutorial series following on from this is going to be having, I'm going to download your code changes, make some changes, maybe set you some exercises, push it back up, then you can pull down the changes I made to do your exercises.
Cool.
So we're going to be code sharing now, and we've successfully proved that you've uploaded your code to the repository I created in my repro. So both of us are now collaborating on my repository, which happens to be called Android Wife Layouts. But viewers, you can also get this code as well. I'm not going to add you as collaborators, but you can clone this code. So June and I are going to be code sharing on the Android Wife, the Android Wife Learns Android programming series. So that was the setup there was slightly complicated. Merging is complicated, whatever version control you used. But we had to create the project first for the code sharing parts. We had to do a merge, and we've done that on the command line. But following on from this, we're probably going to do everything in Git. We'll do that in Android Studio using the GUI, so it'll be a bit easier. And so you'll soon get used to it. Okay. So that's it. So that's the end of Wife Learns Android Git introduction part. So how was that, June?
Yeah, good.
Good. So as usual, if you like my tutorials, click the subscribe button just below us, and you'll now see my social media accounts. So we've got Twitter, we have Facebook, and we have Google Plus and Pinterest. So if you're interested in those accounts are regularly updated and maintained. So that's all for this one. Bye for now.
Bye.